Hi there, students. To impose, a verb. Imposition, the imposition of this, an imposition as the noun. Let's see, to impose, it has the idea of to force, to officially make somebody obey a rule, to make them pay a tax, to make them receive a punishment. So the government has imposed new taxes on petrol. The teacher imposed some rather heavy punishments. The courts imposed a ban on doing this. The Football League imposed a fine on anybody who did it in this way. So to force somebody to accept something, particularly a belief or a way of living. So I think religion should be something that you accept or decide for yourself. It should not be something that is imposed on you. It should not be something that you are forced to do. Yeah? So to impose beliefs on somebody. If something is an imposition, it's something unpleasant that you have to do. It's a burdensome, unfair demand. I don't like to impose on you, but could you lend me some money? So I don't like to ask you more than is reasonable, to force you to do something, to take advantage of you. You're always imposing on his generosity, and he's always such a generous guy. Yeah, so don't impose on his generosity. Okay, so to impose, to force a decision, a ruling, a rule, a law, a tax, particularly that's unwelcome, on somebody. Yeah, or to take advantage of somebody by demanding their attention, demanding their commitment. You've got to pay attention to me. Come on, that's taking advantage. It's exploiting them. It's ill-treating them, taking a liberty with them. Okay, the imposition, the process of forcing somebody to do something. The imposition of martial law. Do you think it would be too much of an imposition to ask you to look after my kids for an hour tomorrow? So to impose a tax, to impose a restriction, to impose a penalty, to apply by authority, by force, to bring about by force. The limits imposed by the climate that we live in. To impose yourself on other people, to force them to help you. Yeah? Okay, so it's not very nice. It's an imposition. Yeah, it's something excessive, an uncalled for excessive requirement. So to impose a ban, to put a ban in place, to impose a burden, to make somebody do something, to impose a cap. The government has imposed a cap on electricity prices, to impose a ceiling, to legally make a maximum number, to impose a condition, yeah, to make somebody obey a condition. This rule imposes extra costs on people, to impose a tax or a duty or a fee or a fine. The government imposed a curfew so that everybody had to obey it. Yeah, so you're using your authority to make people accept something which they probably don't like. To impose a fine on a company, to impose a freeze on pay increases, to impose a ban on uh, bicycles. You could impose your opinions or beliefs. You say you've got to believe this, yeah, and to make them accepted as the rule or the model that they've got to copy. Something could impose strain or pressure or suffering. It makes somebody experience it. So this imposed additional strain on an already stressed system. The pressures imposed on teachers by continual changes. Somebody could impose on you unreasonably. They unreasonably expect you to do something for them, which you don't really want to do. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm imposing. If you think I'm imposing, just say no. I think you should stop imposing on your friend's hospitality. Okay, so to impose. So to charge a tax, a burden, a duty. The application, the introduction, the decree, the levy of something. Yeah, to impose an intrusion on someone. Presumptuous, being very cheeky. Yeah, if somebody imposes themselves on you, they enforce you to accept their company even though you don't want them to be there. Okay, so formality, to impose. I think I'm going to give it a 6 in formality, but I think use it anywhere, maybe 6.5, informally just about. It's better in something semi-formal, spoken or writing, written. And then as to origin, it comes from Latin imponere, in, on, upon, and ponere, to put. So you are putting something upon, you are imposing it. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. I wouldn't like to impose on you to demand a rating. Subscribe to my channel and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Impose. Imposition.